Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
What a CC coming out of EDG, and that Brawl comp is already set up for success.
And it's so surprising. Rel has the third highest presence in LPL on this patch. Not quite sure about letting that one through. We do expect for the fact that he needs to catch the wave. But I'm wondering if they're going to commit to these lanes, right? If they're going to commit to trying to have favorable matchups.
Needs the teleport coming through. Well, meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Mako set up to engage onto Gala. No 6 here, Lyric, so Gala's in a lot of trouble. Knows that he's going to die here. First blood going to get given over to Jer, while Viper moves down to half health.
Really nice gank coming out. Ooh, so it turns out that Scout looked for a big play himself throughout the Emperor's Divide. Xiao looks like he's going down.
He flashes away, goes into Fog of War. Is he saved? Gets the auto as he goes down too. A 1-for-1 trade in the top lane, and Wei wants to kill Flandre. No Meganar trying to build up the bar, but Wei literally spins the horse wheel and picks up a better trade.
And that hop is on an extremely long cooldown, so no way of Flandre to drag that out and be able to get out of there. It is going to end up being 2 kills for the side of RNG in that exchange. Has pressure against both matchups. And Victor is neutral / getting pushed in against both champions. So it actually doesn't change too much. As
Wait, on Sword of Shadows, onto Viper. Not 6 yet. Body slam at max range. Viper 1 tick away. He burns to the red buff of Wei. Mako squishy enough at this point in the game as well. As Ming's tanking up for the boys. The W wasn't enough. But at the end of the day, you get 2 for the price of 1.
And this has been...
Gears a little bit as well.
Flandre doesn't have flash. Is in a really bad spot.
Oh my god. Ming's roam sets up to kill Flandre. Xiaohu's damage is still huge. Tristana now on 2 kills. Xiaohu set up for success, and this turret is going to get shred pretty fast as well.
And let's remember, Ming 2018, 2019, Ming was absolutely smurfing on people. 2019, Ming and Crisp, in my mind, were the best supports in the world. Sadly, Ming didn't get much of a chance to show that, but was a standout. Great to see him popping off once again. This is going to be a free Herald for the side of RNG, though. Jij and Scout are posturing. Flandre doesn't have TP, though.
Ryan without the ultimate in hand. The flash available if need be. Ragnarok there for Jer. The steal, will it come in? Emperor's Divide, but no, secured by Wei. Scout now in a horrible position. He's knocked back into the wall. Can't shift out of there. Explosive Caster set it up, and RNG actually still okay until Wei drops down thanks to Ragnarok. Big shutdown going to Jer as the Herald was secured in the end by Xiaohu. Meanwhile, this pressure is just coming off Tristana alone. Herald's still in hand. Xiaohu's just going to take first turret blood. And remember in the interview, Flandre's like, I think he has a while to go as a top laner. Apparently not when you play an 80 carry up here. So first turret blood over to RNG. 3k gold lead at 11 minutes in the game. EDG in the meanwhile, their trade is going to be towards the bottom where they have a bit more pressure, where they have Azir in the lane. Lyric. Wei's covered up. Like, what do you do? Onslaught of Shadows, good night. Flandre dead again.
I wonder if... Oh, okay, they don't have the wave. If they do drop Herald here, they might be able to get an inhibitor turret.
True. The tempo to come through. Herald not going to be placed for now. There is a demolish on this Tristana as well. Xiaohu will push this pretty damn fast as he auto-clears the wave.
Hysterics, you also just answered my question of, I wonder if this will be like push move, siege Tristana, or split push. Now that we know he has Demolish, I think he's probably going to continue to go for the side lane. Yeah. Now that he's gotten both...
With now the Herald placed down in the bottom lane.
I think he might have lost some health as well. His health does look a bit lower than when he got pulled in, but at the end of the day, whatever that interaction is, maybe you guys in chat know, let us know, but they're getting the spot lane turret. RNG are completely taking over this game, and when we highlighted, hey, you are Tristana, you're Victor, you're Xayah, you are scaling, you're happy, and the enemy team has...
So out of control. The second turret going down meant that turret plating still existent. Went over to the bottom lane as again Xiaohu, oh my god, flashes for the auto, takes it down. A solo bolo kill under Scout.
He moves to top lane and he's still looking for Scout's blood. Flandre,
it's just out of control. Xiaohu doesn't care that there's a rel off the side, hits another turret, and let me just tell you one thing. This feels like an Invictus gaming game when the Shy was big. As teleport's coming in and Cryan might not care. Into the stun, Viper dodges away, but he's slowed down. And Cryan gets a solo kill. Xiaohu TP just to help him off.
Oh, that's not stopping Hysterics. Ming's going in.
Is this game over before we get to 15 minutes? A lot of our audience thinks so. Great explosive cast. The Magnet Storm used to try and get out, but there's no way, literally, for RNG's jungler.
You know, Me, Munchable.
I said before, if this feels like an IG game of 2018. Remember when the Shy was playing a lot of AD carries in the top lane that we haven't seen in quite a while, taking over games, and the rest of the map was doing well or doing okay in their counterparts. This does feel like an IG level of aggression game where, so far, Xiaohu has controlled the pace of the map, and because of it, RNG now taking things like Dragon, getting their vision line up as well, and pretty much controlling the whole of the map.
RNG are very interesting because they actually usually don't keep EDG, but RNG know that EDG have conceded the top side, so they should all be bot lane. So it's going to be about doing the Herald and then transitioning into this mid lane play that we're seeing now.
Xiaohu's going to take this so damn quick. Look at the explosive charge. And Turret's gone. Inner drops, and as Herald's being taken, that means topside jungle as well. I wonder what RNG will do from here.
Everything goes to top lane. Xiaohu's the new Uzi. Just, yeah, it's very the Shy vibes. I definitely agree.
If Xiaohu fails, explosive cast. Oh, it's flushed away from. Teleport coming in as well. Gravity Field on top of Flandre, who is nowhere near the Mega Bar. We have to watch Xiaohu, who's mid. Remember, this is all the damage, or at least the major portion of it, as RNG almost found a pick onto EDG.
I mean, he has a full item over his own AD carry.
Got an Infinity Edge, and Flandre caught on out. Attract and Repel not going to do too much as Mako goes in, but nothing can hit Xiaohu. He rocket jumps, feared in the back line coming through from Wei. Viper kiting himself back, and even a bit of a front line. Xiaohu just runs into the turret and dies. It's a trade-off killing Mako, but a funny interaction nevertheless.
I mean, RNG just
he
gets
flashes forward.
Oh, flashed, I'm sorry. And gets absolutely obliterated.
Okay.
More solo kills.
And hey, you mentioned a Baron play. How quickly is this going to go down, Lyric? Because Mako's dead again for the 4th time this game. Baron might be theirs.
And the thing is, now you don't even have to make a risky play, right? You got the kill. You don't need to do any gambles that I just talked about. This is free. Resets are going to come back out. We're going to get on the map. They have Baron and they have the, from being at base, jumps forward, does a few autos, and instantly Mako is dead. This will be a free Drake for RNG. They're going to transition to the bottom lane after this because there is still an inner turret there, but JJ might be dead before anything happens.
We'll see. I think he's just okay to walk this one out. Ming joins in as well to do zone control while the Dragon goes down. Baron here. Herald about to time out, so watch for Wei to place it down. EDG grouping up while Gala's actually not here. So it is a 5v4 if anything goes wrong, but the wave is quickly cleared out. And
their turret, when the next wave comes in, it's actually about to come up. They're going to get it right now because this is what we were talking about with RNG, coordinating these waves crashing in. Maybe not this one, but the waves before. You are pulling EDG apart, you're spreading their forces thin, and you're taking advantage of more avenues to attack EDG's base.
And every time you try and defend one of these minion waves, Xiaohu walks up in one wave and then Gala moves to another, as you can see on the inhibitor. This range is being built up and EDG just have to accept this inhibitor is not theirs anymore. As it drops on down, RNG move to mid, and once again the push continues. And Wei into the back line, onto Jeje immediately, but just disappears while they're onto, I think it's Cryin here who's been caught on out, but Flandre into the mini-nar, gets bopped, destroyed, explosive cast. Xiaohu jumps on into the fight. EDG, okay with the numbers, but remember Tristana exists. Reset City, rocket jump number 2 into Mako. He'll die. It's another reset at the ready. A double kill goes over, and RNG are ready to end this one in 24 minutes.
And what a statement game coming out from RNG. Fast play style enables Xiaohu in completely dominating this game.
This was all about Tristana top. Xiaohu jumps over for another session with the jungler. Jeje at half, and you can just see that Xiaohu dominated the hell out of EDG.
In the draft flex IEM that we had in League of Legends, that was one of the go-to picks. Hey, you pick Jace. Gragas is fine neutralizing that matchup. You can go the phase rush variation where it's all about kind of going in with your 3-hit combo quickly. We saw that Wei was scouted out by a ward,
but flash body slam. Wei's coming in. Flandre knocked back. He flashes. Is it enough? Barrel roll needed as Wei is still continuing the dive. He swells around for one, and first blood goes to RNG.
And Flandre just not expecting the summoner in the end, but I definitely unexpected flash of aggression coming out from Cryin, but this is what we love to see from him. This is why he was so touted on eStar in 2020 spring, and why we were so torn in summer, where it's like, hey, Xiaohu and Cryin are both top-tier mid laners in the LPL. How do you pick which one starts? I love to play in 2021. Start both of them.
Yeah, that's right. You know, do we have a top laner? Well, we don't really need one. As Xiaohu body slam goes through, actually holds on to it. Excuse me, I was wrong. As Flandre now on low health bar. Jungler's trying to get involved. Xiaohu on the wrong side of the map, but might not care. Waiting for cooldowns to come back again. Barrel roll for Flandre. He walks into it. Body slam for the disengage, but the Phoenix AoE does the job. Now for way close to getting another dive in the top lane, but it will be a 1-for-1 even here with 2 kills to 1. As Jungler's coming in, no steal available, running after the bear. The flash slap right into Wei's face and actually into his booty on the horse. He's getting beaten down with a 2-level disadvantage. The bear comes in once again, and it's a solo kill over to Jer.
Oh, but Cryan's still posturing. So close, but I love Jeje taking advantage of this matchup, taking advantage of his prio in the bottom lane. We know Udyr is a much more potent duelist in the early game. They have the same items, but it doesn't matter. He knows that Wei wasted his ghost. It's not only going to be a solo kill, but they're going to turn it into first Drake for the side of EDG. And this game is much closer when RNG are forced onto a standard draft. Now, 3 or 4 times around bot side, so they can get that vision mid. Jeje now finally going to drop that Rift Herald. Going to look for the dive.
Oh my god, Keb take, he's in big as Gala sends out the feathers to fly. Jeje walks to the left to dodge away. Graviton with the Moonlight Vigil won't connect. Death Sentence between the two as well. Great Blade Caller coming in. And now for RNG, they want to turn the play. Teleport to fly through the river. And look at this lyric, crying even on the back end as well. Turret will go down, but will EDG get out alive with Ming and a 2-man knock-up. The quickness burn. Viper up against Gala in the face. Healed up with Severum. The Blade Caller not good this time, as Wei just needs to kill this AD carry. Meanwhile, Flandre sent backwards. It's a messy one, but RNG do the job and do it well.
Beautiful punish coming out from RNG. Ming with the sidestep, the Blade Caller from Gala, all members being on the same page. We coined it the sleuth in our opening segment, this group of bears. They're so good at reacting to plays as a coordinated unit. You can see their shot calling and communication is on point, and it turns into a dragon. So very competitive game 2 this time.
This time around, it's heating up and in the bottom lane. The brawl doesn't go to EDG. RNG picking up the dragon. Gold might be even, but we kind of in game 1, we had an explosive one that went from replay to replay. Maybe it hypes itself up a little bit again as that Herald finally placed 30 seconds before the Ocean Dragon comes up.
And to be fair, Six, it feels like we've had a flash burnt every minute or two, so we are seeing the action. RNG still going.
Hey, we're right. Ming's flashed immediately in. Viper gets on out. He has a crescendo set up away. The onslaught of Shadows, a 3-man fear with the flank from Xiaohu. Viper gets past it until the explosive cast. The Blade Caller reaches true. And RNG know how to team fight best.
And RNG were decisive. We saw numerous members flash right on top of Viper. Wei goes in, Ming and Xiaohu follow up. Cryan already in range to do damage. You highlight the Blade Caller coming out from Gala, and this is going to be another Drake for RNG.
I should correct myself. I guess it's not a team fight if Flandre's not there, right? Still sitting in the bottom lane. RNG act quickly, pick up the Ocean Dragon. 2 objectives today.
Even if you didn't get hooked and Viper died, I realistically don't think it'd be a massive deal.
You'd have to use everything just to get out of there now with no timers up. But RNG, have they found another pick? Yes, they have. Mako the target, and you know what? It's okay now because RNG are going to try and threaten the back.
There was no Emperor's Divide. Gala has no flash for whatever reason. And yeah, so I guess not feeling confident enough that they can opt into it, even though it's been more chaotic. It's like more chaotic, but more controlled. I feel,
That's lands. That's onto Xiaohu. Ming goes in for the explosive cast. Box lays down. Gala ults the wrong way. Death Sentence was short, but he gets encored. And when you get sung at, you want to go towards it. There's Wei now in the middle, and RNG walk to their death. Cryan Emperor's Divide. Flandre flashes over, forces his own. And that's Baron after what was just shenanigans.
I feel like RNG are paying for their previous sins. Like, sure, Gala definitely misplayed that fight, but again, he is down cleanse and flash because of his own doing, which obviously right there could have been the difference between life or death and not losing Baron. But EDG have just opened up this game. They find the 3 picks necessary. They get Baron. They're going to get a ton of gold from the upcoming turrets. They should be able to. And it's all up to Flandre throwing out that poke. Scout as well is going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage. They should be able to get this one. I wonder if RNG are going to look for the engage. Wei is posturing.
Locket Shield was actually just used there by Ming. The 0-6 Rakan trying to absorb some damage, but EDG forced them away. Inner turret going to drop down here in the Baron play. Already starting off to a success.
Position. And as we've seen throughout the year, it does feel like champions and like their builds and how they scale definitely outweigh Soul. This Baron, certain members aren't here. Rakan not here. No TP. Gala not here as well. EDG might just be able to burn this.
Remember that Wei is 3 levels down. If he gets a steal, he's going to do it with a miracle. Going to 2K, they're going to risk it. Into the onslaught. Doesn't take it. It's secured by Mako of all people. The Thresh King makes sure EDG have a chance to take us to a game 3. Teleport being burnt into the mid lane turret, which is still up. Outer turret at 33 minutes is not a good sign as Graviton hits down. An encore to fly through. Do you want more? Gala going forward in the Uzi way. The Blade Caller reaches in. Ming is dead immediately. Cleanse burnt from the 80 carry. He's shock blasted to hell. Chilling Smite down. And EDG want to take this the distance as they clean out RNG by the 3.
And they don't even need to look for the Drake Hysterics. They just get to push forward. Crying gonna go down.
It's a flash from Flandre, brother. Emperor sent on out, but all Emperors must on die as Wei just goes to his death. He's autoed, he dodges, but he's smited down for the successful kill. And with the ace down, EDG are ready to take us the distance.
And both teams showing us their stylistic differences, where they're strong. Team fighting for EDG this game, side laning for RNG in game 1. Now it's a showdown of which one will reign supreme in game 3.
Viper on Kalista again. They're going to try the Rel once again here to try and get EDG with some priority.
Yeah, they had 2 different choices in how they could round out their comp, right? They can
He's left top. I think he backed and he's just moving straight in. Crying, is he aware that there's a fat man over the wall? Well, now he is. The Emperor divides. And the Pyramid's still going strong for an EDG first blood.
Really nice ways, like, I can't find an advantage here. How can I use my tempo and my time to get an advantage for my team? And Scout capitalized on it beautifully. Oh, I kind of thought Ming was going to be able to find it, but they do get away in the
big one that's actually thrown out from Crying. He's stacking another. Package lines up the river. And the Doggo Corki actually separates him. That's a flash onto Flandre. There's a Lilting Lullaby. RNG 5 versus 1. The man's dead. Fate's Call used. Mako with a great ulti. Sets up Jer, and somehow EDG with a numbers disadvantage are winning the fight. 4 versus 3. RNG are losing it all as they re-engage. Mako sets it up again. Xiaohu left on an island. It's all gone so terribly wrong for RNG as Mako disengages on top of the Gnar, and EDG with the perfect setup.
And it looks solid win for the side of RNG in terms of turrets.
You're right, and you consider a lot of the time seeing the trade that it's just going to be the 1-for-1, but there's Demolish on this Gnar. Really nicely done from RNG. Inner goes down at 11 minutes in the game. There's the Lilting Lullaby. I think Wei was expecting it to go further, but just to force Flandre out, while EDG are still trying to work out this bottom lane turret.
Hysterics, to me, this is the most exciting game so far because we have hints from what made both teams successful, right? We have the game 1, like Xiaohu being set up to the side lane, has a split pusher. They already break down 2 turrets for him, but EDG, I'd say, have a much better composition matchup into what RNG have, and they already have this lead, which they've gotten through team fighting. The strengths of both teams on full display so far.
And you see that double dragon, something we talked about, EDG's priority in the dragons to set up. Because you're going to have 1 item, 1.5 item Kalista versus Gala, who still doesn't have that first mythic. And we know that, you know, Kalista in these early items always going to be more impactful than someone like a Tristana, especially with a Rel by her side. Viper also gets solo turret gold too, so that is definitely an item and a half as well, while Wei and Ming are shadowing this top lane.
Yeah, so talking about tempo, EDG were actually the team who were able to get tempo in that scenario through the mid push. We know both teams set their bot lanes. EDG had the stronger bot lane. They hover towards top side. They try to threaten a dive onto Crying. Crying is smart, respects it, and pieces out. But still, it opens up the Rift Herald for EDG. If they do want to save that, which they definitely could, there's only one place they can use it anyway, which is mid. You just wait for Dragon to come up, you pop that down, and you get what should be pretty much a guarantee.
Bit of poke start to come out, the Swell Seeds to get the Lilting Lullaby. Xiaohu about to go Mega as Ming gets pulled on in. Remember, package still there, Xiaohu about to evolve, but Jer turns his attention. Xiaohu about to jump on up, but only ults Jer for the one the Onslaught of Shadows used. The package lines up defensively. Xiaohu over the wall, the Magnet Storm used, and EDG are getting dangerously low. It's Gala with resets that pulled them apart. Viper isolated, set back with the Buster shot. He'll do some damage, but not enough to give EDG this dragon.
Hysterics, I honestly can't believe EDG lost that fight. We saw so many tools from RNG either used defensively or one member. Gnar ultimate comes out only way setting it up, and then the rest of the damage dealers just burning down EDG.
And now we're back. We're doing this again as Xiaohu.
Oh my God!
Everyone goes into the wall, drop down. RNG blow this game wide open. The dragon was once, but Xiaohu does it again.
And this is why we've been talking about Xiaohu is potentially the picks that can come out. There's no pressure you get through side lane. There's really no other way to force anything rather than hoping when RNG rotate over to a side lane and maybe abuse Xiaohu.
Maybe threaten the Baron, but Dragon's already gone and RNG will be there quicker than that.
Hey, but this goes to show the discipline we talked about from EDG, right? They're being like, hey.
Clearing some of the vision, trying to threaten the Baron play against RNG.
And sadly, had Xiaohu not just popped... Ooh, goes in!
He's in again! He's in again! Scout, half health. Away he must go. Xiaohu goes into Mini-Gnar, and he's just going to be destroyed, but the Lilting Lullaby puts everyone into a napping state. Scout disengaged ulti, trying to keep Gala from him, but the AD carry jumps on in, interrupted by Flandre, but Ming is the best friend. Scout on the backside, rather crying, excuse me, has already dealt with the leftovers, and EDG lose it again.
But same Hysterics, Way with another massive Lilting Lullaby is really what set this up for RNG to win. Cryin and Gala both survive. It doesn't matter that Xiaohu's ult this time was only on one person. It was on Scout. He forced Scout away immediately. And RNG definitely will be able to pick up this Baron.
They've got so much DPS with just the 3 left remaining. Look at the death time as the teleport being committed. Flandre wants to run on in. It's dodged though. Flandre goes into the nothingness and he'll explode. Xiaohu comes in to help save the day if it was ever needed. And over the wall, JJ, can he get the steal? It's low, but he took Ghost, man. And Onslaught of Shadows, I don't think he had it at the time.
Of control that EDG have to pay attention to. They will be able to take this turret, and their siege in general is just amazing. You have Corki and Tristana both able to hit turret and throw down poke from far away. You have Wei who's able to throw out those seedlings as well. Always potential of an engage, and you need to be careful when Xiaohu is mega of any. And look at the top wave. This is the result of RNG's good wave control. They have wavesmiths, or like Xiaohu got nothing because they still just have more damage, just out DPS and Kenji
he has
get
ult for the
steal.
steal. Way too late. EDG have to back away now for sure. Baron, yeah, he's gonna be such a threat, and we've seen the package plays already on top of that as well. Mako hit with the Swell Seed. They don't force the Lilting Lullaby. Wei has his ult once again. Scuttle secure, but does it cost everything? EDG now running for their lives as Xiaohu knocks him into the wall again. It is sleepy time once more, but are you really sleeping if you're dead? As Cryin lines the package up to put himself in position. A close call as Viper gets into the thick of it. He'll come out of the GA, but into a real death. RNG took it all as expected, and now they'll run to the base.
And they're gonna completely ignore Dragon. They're just gonna push down. Looks like Xiaohu has a base, gonna TP in, but RNG are proving they are the best team in the LPL right now.
They'll run through this inhibitor turret, inhibitor next as well. Nothing stopping them. The death time is long. Scout has to watch and try for a miracle play, but the Emperor's Divide against Xiaohu means absolutely nothing. He flashes, he moves back to the fountain, and just like that, RNG, the best team for 2021 here in the LPL.
And as I said earlier,